Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing from where we left off last time in Chapter 5, From the Grave. Just as a reminder, today's video is sponsored through my partnership with W Energy. If you're looking for a clean all-natural energy drink that won't give you the crashes and jitters of other energy drinks, then W Energy is the energy drink for you. My discount code Joshua265 will get you 10% off your order. Without further ado, let's get underway.
Efficient. Fine dismantling, Master.
That's just the first wave. They have more on the way.
I'll head them off.
The gravestone will be ready soon. I just need...
Don't say 3 minutes.
Buy me some time. I'll get us airborne.
I'm with you. HK, stay behind and help Koth.
Until I say so. Don't touch anything.
Hard for him to be helpful when you won't let him do anything.
This will help. facing us.
say there were more on the way.
Something I've learned to count on regarding Archon. There will always be more. There are too many!
We have to keep fighting.
Hey, you two need a hand out there?
No. We have help.
You what?
Lana. You're late.
You got one of the knights to switch sides?
Not all of us blindly follow Archon.
More resistance. Knights.
High Justice, we have the Outlander.
I do hope you're up to fighting your own, Senya.
My issue isn't with them. But if they're going to stand in my way...
I see you found another pragmatist.
Stow the chatter. Prove you can fight.
Thought you could hide in the swamps? Pathetic! The Emperor will be avenged! The Emperor will be avenged! The Emperor will...
To the end!
He'll have to do better than that.
will be avenged!
He'll have to do better than that. He'll have to do better than that.
The Emperor will be avenged! The Emperor will be avenged!
Just know that now.
The Emperor will be avenged! The Emperor will be avenged! Sky will be merciful.
Knights! Zildrog's wedge! We have the Outlander. You may kill the others.
Get out of here! Save yourself!
What is this?
An opportunity. You are outmatched. Death is all but certain for your Sith friend. I could save her. I only require the briefest moment of control. Accept my help, or watch her die. Choose quickly. Time has not stopped.
I'll never give in to you.
Very well.
We can do this! Keep fighting! They haven't killed you yet. Come on!
Koth, thank you.
Is the gravestone ready for takeoff?
Far as I can tell, looks like we've got everyone. Let's go.
No, wait. Where's Senya?
Excuse me? Where's who?
Here I am. Let's move out.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hang on. She's your help? If you think I'm letting that piece of work on my ship, you're out of here.
Interjection. Many more hostiles are approaching. Permission to defend with extreme prejudice.
No more fighting. We must leave Zakul.
I'll prep the engines. Come on, Lana.
No. I'm needed out here. I'll be fine.
Be ready to move.
The ship will never pull itself up from the muck. We'll have to give it a push.
Firing up the engines.
I hope.
We can do this.
I'll make sure you aren't interrupted.
Thank you.
They're doing it. They're actually doing it. Can you believe it?
Observation. The ship is rising. Conclusion. Belief is not required.
Such a logical
Glad you worked
choice.
that out.
Now get in here so we can finally get moving.
How about that? My gravestone can move.
Considering how we found it, I'd say you've outdone yourself.
Team effort. I'd say everyone outdid themselves. Incoming! Dropping out of hyperspace. It's a lot.
The Eternal Fleet.
They aren't firing.
Ugly ship. What are you waiting for?
Take it.
HK, see about that hyperdrive. Lana, work the shields. And we need a gunner.
I'll take care of it.
Omni cannons up. There's a capital ship near the center.
I see it.
Good. Now hit it. Target down. Wait, 5 targets. 10. I can't keep up. It's real. We could take the whole fleet.
Statement. The hyperdrive now meets minimum functionality requirements.
Why didn't you say so? All right, let's get out of here.
More than 24 ships lost in a single shot.
So that's the gravestone. It's as powerful as they say.
Everything stands at risk. Sakul, the throne, my vision for the galaxy. All because we let the Outlanders slip away.
Yep.
I'm not blaming you.
I didn't think you were.
Father held us all back. You more than any. Such raw power. And yet you're still spreading your wings. Finding your limits.
Nice to be appreciated for a change. So, what now?
Now, I act.
No, no, no!
What's happened?
The hyperdrive worked. One time. Omni cannons fried too. What a mess.
We're safely away from the fleet, if nothing else.
Should be able to make it to Asylum, but let's not hold our breath.
What is this Asylum place, and why are we going there?
Asylum is a skyport. A safe haven from Arkan's patrols.
Was she really necessary?
She helped us raise the gravestone. She fought at our side.
She also hunted me like an animal for years. She was Arkan's loyal knight.
I thought I was in service to Zakul. You had abandoned your responsibilities.
It sounds like you're both on the same side now. Whatever history you have, it's best to let it go.
You don't know what she's capable of. You weren't there.
Do they know what you're capable of, Vortena? If anybody needs me, I'll be somewhere.
You could have at least consulted with me first.
Yes, I wonder how that might have gone.
Oh, good. Everybody's going to go march off mad in their own
Absolutely.
directions.
I'd be glad to fix the gravestone by myself.
repaired the door. Not that it does us any good at the moment, but it's fixed.
You should have someone look at that.
I'll heal. I was right to reach out to Senya. I hope you see that.
Let's try that again.
When you look at your target, is there a face you see?
Always someone I find infuriating. A number of people take turns. It's therapeutic. I was right to reach out to Senya. I hope you see that.
She's a good fighter. She helped us raise the gravestone. I'd say she's an asset.
And she doesn't give up either. That was clear the first time I encountered her. We met shortly after I arrived in Wild Space. Senya was hunting Koth. I was hoping to learn your fate. We exchanged what information we could. This was all before I really knew Koth, of course. Years ago.
You were looking for me. All that time.
Is it really any surprise?
I was looking for a hyperdrive matrix processor assembly. You probably haven't seen one in here. I'll keep looking.
You may want to look in on Koth. And you should get to know Senya. I'm not sure if you'll hit it off exactly, but I think you'll find her intriguing.
Why can't there be a maintenance manual? Hey, can you get the power? Right over there. Thanks. Wouldn't want to electrocute myself on top of everything else. She's really something, this ship. But no one's been taking care of her.
You sure got attached in a hurry.
No offense, but it's the gravestone that saved the galaxy from Arkham. Not you, not me, definitely not Senya.
Lana believes she can help us. That's enough for me.
Hey, I trust Lana. I think the world... Look, I'm just saying she might not know Senya as well as she thinks. Senya acts according to... I don't know what. Her own narrow concept of justice, maybe. Even if her objectives align with yours, it doesn't mean she'll do what you need to get done. Believe me. Just don't forget who dropped everything to storm the spire and help Lana pull you out of Carbonite. All right?
I'd be a frozen carcass if you hadn't.
I have a good feeling, you know. We'll get Arkin. I should get back to it. Need to be sure the gravestone can get us all the way to Asylum. Hey, if Senya shines that narrow spotlight of hers on you, check your shadow.
Query. Has the meatbag bickering finally exhausted itself?
One thing that hasn't changed in 5 years, and I doubt it ever will. Meatbag bickering.
Agreement? You said it, Master. Report. I have taken the liberty of checking in on your band of refugees. Assessment. They have quickly taken to their new lodging arrangements. I have warned them not to stray from their chosen location. Analysis. There are many sealed passageways, and I am unable to detect what may be on the other side.
Worth looking into at some point.
Revelation. I discovered an especially strange area, unlike anywhere else on the gravestone. I had attempted to ascertain if any of its contents could be weaponized, but the new meat bag interrupted. Query. Any orders, Master?
As you were, HK.
Approval. I like your orders.
Glad they meet with your approval, HK.
I know. I couldn't help but take this place in either. Reminds me of a song I wrote.
I'd like to hear that. Just a few bars?
Without accompaniment? I'm not that brave.
You seem nothing at all like the person I met in the swamp.
Being a knight means everything, but I don't let it define me. When it's time to go to work, I'm who I need to be. The rest of the time, I'm just myself. You don't strike me as all that different.
Parts of who you are have no place in war. They can't survive.
I think that's true, but it's hard to help sometimes. Someone like Arkin can make things unavoidably personal.
I know why I oppose him. What's your reason?
Years after the death of our immortal emperor, most are still so afflicted with remorse that they don't see what's happening. Arkin has become oppressive and cruel. He'll crush anyone who doesn't share his plan for the galaxy. So that's me. What about you?
Arkin wants to lay waste to everything I've fought for and accomplished. I won't let him.
Neither will I. I may not know much of the worlds you've inhabited, but I do know what he's doing to them. You're not what I expected. Not sure if that's good or bad yet. But I do know I'll have an easier time with you than Koth.
I hope you'll try to get along. The more we work together, the better off we'll be.
Just because he betrayed our enemy doesn't change the fact that he was a traitor. You need to be cautious.
I mean, it's true. Someone who betrays someone is just as likely to betray someone else in
Valkorion
the end.
lives. He is not himself, nor has he taken a new body. It is difficult to see, and yet it is unmistakable.
His presence in the Force has always been deceptive.
Like on the Yavin moon.
Yes, and many times before and since. Even when my life depended on it, I did not see him properly until it was too late.
Chapter 6, Asylum.
Approaching Asylum.
Told you we'd make it.
We haven't docked yet.
I should probably figure out how to land this thing.
Might be helpful.
You sure that place is safe?
We need allies as much as safety. That shadow port isn't on any chart. It's a haven for refugees fleeing Arkan's forces.
We'll be among friends. Mostly.
Tell your associates we've arrived.
They knew that days ago.
You want to explain how? Figures.
If we don't all start trusting each other, we're doomed.
Trust is a rare commodity these days.
Command. Are we there yet?
Always has to be someone who asks that question. another part of the cruise then.
Move it, gawkers. Let us through. Mighty fine ship you got there. We'll be coming aboard.
This doesn't have to come to blows. Stand down.
Ha! Captain!
Outlander, my crew. The best engine burners in wild space.
You could have introduced them sooner.
This was more fun. Get up here, you mangy woolocks.
Do I know you?
Name's Rollo. I served aboard Darth Marr's destroyer. We thought you died with him.
I may as well have.
Without you, none of us would have gotten off that ship. Never thought I'd get to say thanks.
Glad you made it out. Nice to see a familiar face.
I imagine this is all pretty weird for you.
Raylo! Get in here!
On my way!
I'm not the only one hiding things.
We share on a need-to-know basis. Koth's crew didn't need knowing.
Do you trust them?
Yes. I wish they bathed more often, but you get used to it. I need to make contact with my network, alone. Try to stay out of trouble.
We never managed to stay out of trouble.
Where's Lana?
Excellent question.
My best engineer hasn't come back from a supply run to the free zone. It's a dodgy neighborhood if you catch my drift.
A black market. Rival syndicates disagree over who controls it.
They argue with blasters. I think she's in trouble, but we've got our hands full keeping the Gravestone's reactor stable.
Give me a holo of your crewmate and point me to this free zone. I'll handle the rest.
Addendum. I will join you, Master.
My engineer's name is Tora. HK has her image in its databanks.
She won't be hard to find. Tora has a big personality.
She's surlier than a hungry rancor, but she's the best engineer you'll ever meet. Thanks for the help.
And when you're done, find me at these coordinates. I'll introduce you to my people.
Help me find Koth's engineer, and we can go together.
I'll join you, but not now.
Everybody got their own objectives and motives. Koth went to level 4 companionship.
Look at the size of that thing.
I can't live like this. Please, my darling, we'll land on our feet. Just give it time.
Expiration.
I would have preferred to peacefully walk down the street, but, you know.
Target has achieved deadness. Eliminated. Target has achieved deadness.
Looks like someone wants to join our little party. As your host, I gotta warn you, things are gonna get rowdy.
Caution. By rowdy, I believe this meatbag means to kill faster. Has achieved deadness. Expiration. +1 kill counter. Dead. Leave the meatbag alone.
Level 8.
Dead. Operation. +1 kill counter. Dead. +1 kill counter.
See, if the local gangs would have left well enough alone, this could have been a peaceful walk through the free zone.
Statement. This meat bag gives this tasteful master stamina increased. Hostile eliminated. Dead. Operation. +1 kill counter. Hostile eliminated.
Very good, HK.
You're still alive, son of a hut. How you been, Major?
I could ask you the same question, Vic. Never thought I'd see your ugly mug again.
Identification. That snort issued from the brilliant engineer we were sent to rescue, Master.
What's she to you?
An indispensable engineer. I don't want to cause trouble, Vic. We used to be a team.
That was a long time ago. I'm not in Havoc Squad anymore.
What happened to the others? Jorgen and Alara?
Don't know, don't care. You eliminated my old rival, Argo. That inclines me toward gratitude. But this girl tried to rob me. That's bad for business.
Charging 50,000 credits for 100 thermal detonators? That's robbery.
You also insulted my mother.
I said she's uglier than a bantha wearing lipstick. It's not an insult if it's true.
My mother died putting me on a refugee ship to Nar Shaddaa. I grew up an orphan.
Oh, boo-hoo didn't. Join the club.
You see why I have to kill her?
Nobody has to kill anybody. I'm sure we can settle this peacefully.
What do you say we show each other professional courtesy? I can get you all kinds of things, but I need to throw this thieving scum out an airlock first.
Theory. It will be a challenge to throw anything without your arms.
You're both being ridiculous. We can resolve this disagreement without a fight. Let her go and apologize for threatening her. Tora, you apologize for trying to steal his merchandise. Pay him what he wants.
I ain't sorry for nothing. Fine. Sorry I insulted your mother.
What? I didn't catch that.
I'm sorry. Your mother was a nice lady, okay?
Wrong. She was the best. Now give me my credits.
Done. Where's my apology?
Shipment's on its way. Sorry, we almost stopped doing business. See you folks around.
I've never apologized to anyone in my life.
Are you all right? Did they hurt you?
My pride got busted, but that's your fault.
If you're feeling up to it, Koth needs you at the docks.
He ain't gonna be happy you spent all our credits.
Redirection. We should proceed to the rendezvous with Senya Master.
You get what I asked for?
Yeah, but it's gonna cost you extra.
Observation. That dark and foreboding alley is where we are supposed to meet Senya Master.
Right on time. My friends have been looking forward to this.
I hope our meeting goes well.
They're inside.
You better have a good explanation.
Your droid is not a part of what must happen here.
I spent 5 years stuck in one trap. I won't fall into another.
You are free to leave whenever you like. But if you want the help of my allies, you'll stay.
We've come this far. Let us see where it leads.
No one asked for you.
No more games. Truth. Now.
Before Arkan's betrayal, Zakul was protected by 2 orders. The Knights and scions who see visions of the past and future. Scions no longer serve Arkan. Whether they serve you will be determined now.
Fate is a tale whispered to us by the Force, but the voices are silent about you. We must know why.
I've always wanted to know my future. How do we get these voices talking?
If we are to aid your rebellion, we must understand what role you play in Arkan's defeat. We will test you physically and spiritually to pierce the veil and see the truth.
I'll do what I have to.
As will we.
I tie my fate to yours. I join you in these trials, come what may.
The heart of Skyva is heavy with loss. In her pain, we lash out.
I do miss the old ways of Zakul. Such mythology and pageantry.
Please, defend yourselves.
We will not hold back!
Pain reveals truth!
We have passed the first trial. There will be more.
Scions believe there is no greater power than destiny. They cannot believe you exist outside its influence. But we know better.
Do we?
If there's another test, let's continue.
Hunger. Overconfidence. You were more tolerant in the free zone, despite the fools you suffered.
You were watching me.
We're always watching. Arkan took away years of your life, but he stole far more from the rest of us. Do you feel anything for those who suffered while you slept?
Why else would I be here? I want to end the suffering.
And you, Senya, what do you feel?
Shame.
Because you failed to protect our immortal Emperor?
I was in no position to do that.
What of the Scions who were slaughtered by your fellow knights because Arkan demanded it? Do you feel responsible for them?
When I joined the Knights, they were shields protecting our home world. Now they are weapons wielded by an insane child.
Senya, could we reason with the Knights? Bring them over to our side?
The blood on their hands cannot be washed away with reason.
The Knights should have rebelled against Arkan. Instead, we have lost our honor.
The eyes of Esne claim what can never belong to her.
They speak of envy, my son's weakness. Do not let it be yours.
We receive no pleasure from this trial, but we act as fate demands. Be strong, Outlander.
Steel yourself! Ready to fight!
The Scions are driven by revenge, and they will face compliance. Love, rejection, destiny, the call,
It's a miracle this thing hasn't exploded 1,000 times over after what you put it through.
It's not a miracle if it's meant to be. I'm living proof that all you need is faith.
Aha. Now, I'd say you're living proof that Miss Spooky Eyes is a lot more patient than she looks.
Isn't there anything you still need to fix around here?
Nope. I'm just too good at my job.
I found HK wandering Asylum with no memory of anything since he left.
Whew. I mean, that's probably bad. Where's the Outlander?
Exactly.
Senya wanted your friend in HK to meet her contacts. She gave them coordinates to the location.
Apology. I have no such data stored in memory.
Senya, I knew it.
I believe her contacts are the real danger. HK, what's the first thing you remember after you woke up?
You seek to remove Arkan from the Eternal Throne. As well you should. His destiny is to fall. We have foreseen that much, but his final fate remains unclear. When he is at your mercy, what will you do?
Death is not always the answer. Even for a man like Arkan, there are other ways to atone.
Arkan will not escape justice for the lives he's taken.
1,000 scions lie dead because of him. Blood calls out for blood. Do you agree? Answer us!
They question her commitment to them because they cannot foresee it. Ask yourself why.
If you are not with us, you stand against the tides of destiny. Arkan and Valen must die.
Justice can take many different forms. We'll do what's right when the time comes.
If you will not reveal your true self, you leave me no choice. I will know your fate, even if I must tear you open to see it. It's not my time to die! Not my time to die! Choice is an illusion! Your crimes will not go unpunished! The Emperor will be avenged! You cannot defy destiny!
And yet, I just did.
His argument with you is pointless and destructive. I can end this without any more bloodshed if you accept the gift of my power.
I'll handle him myself.
And stop wasting time. Reveal his fate.
Choice is an illusion! Choice is an illusion! Choice is an illusion!
defy destiny! Choice is an illusion! This is not my time to die!
Do not judge him harshly. This trial was necessary for all of us. We need the Scions.
If the Scions still want to help us, I accept.
Stand down now.
You don't need the Force to see what happens next. Put down your weapons.
Every moment since you entered, even this one, was predestined. Everyone here played the role fate assigned them. I ask you a final question. What future do you see for this galaxy when Archon and his eternal fleet are gone?
Archon may have struck a blow at the Republic, but I still believe in its ideals.
The Republic is weak. The only way it can serve the galaxy is to fade away.
You have nothing further to reveal. I now know what blinded us to the future. Our immortal Emperor lives inside your mind.
It couldn't stay secret forever.
You knew about this and didn't tell me?
We thought you'd panic if I said, hey, Emperor Valkorian's living inside my head.
Analysis. Scan reveals no evidence you possess a secondary personality matrix, Master. It is possible your brain is simply malfunctioning.
Our duel gave me a glimpse of what's to come. You will destroy the Eternal Throne, but many will suffer before that victory.
Tell me who suffers, and I'll do what I can to avoid it.
What must be, will be.
Doesn't matter. We win. If Emperor Valkorian lives because of this Outlander, there's hope for Zakuul.
Your beloved immortal Emperor is a threat to all life everywhere. We must find a way to separate you from him.
Maybe someday. Until then, we've got a war to fight.
We have a lot to discuss.
Not here. I passed your test. Join us or don't. Either way, we're done.
There is one truth left to reveal. I withheld the true reason I followed you through the trials. To understand the Outlander, who will destroy Archon and Valen, my son and daughter.
She told you. How delightful.
Glad you're enjoying this little melodrama.
You're certain she helped them?
I killed 3 knights to make sure they weren't lying. And another 3 because I hate odd numbers. The Outlander escaped in the gravestone with our mother's help. She's against us.
Senya was always strong-willed.
That's why Father loved her.
Do you think she knows he's alive? Has she betrayed us for him?
It doesn't matter. She'll return to us, or face the consequences.
We don't need them. Our parents gave us the power to forge the future. They should have known we'd use it.
I take it you have concerns.
I can think of a
Chapter
few.
7, Lady of
You're
Sorrows.
only escalating matters.
You expect us to believe you're going to fight your own children?
I can't deny my responsibility for what Valen and Arkan have become. I have to end their bloodshed.
We'll be glad to help you with that.
Good. We never agreed on how the children should be raised, and over time he became more and more distant. More cold. I was afraid for what the children would become. But when I decided to leave, they chose him. I couldn't force them.
You've been lying to us all this time. Now you give us this woe is me story, and we're supposed to take your word for it?
You don't have to take my word. You can ask the Immortal Emperor himself.
I'm not him. I'm me.
When Valkorion was in charge, he wasn't fixated on waging war. If we can get him back on the throne...
Not here in
Valkorion
Zakul,
is a
he was
world
waging war
devourer.
Other places.
He brought direction and stability to Zakul.
Trust me, Koth, you don't know him like I do.
No. You don't know him like I do.
Neither of you know him like I do.
Try sharing a little less.
And none of you know him like I do.
That isn't what I meant.
Interruption. The Republic astromech has established contact.
T7, what does he have for us?
Report. A criminal meatbag on Zakul has been in search of the gravestone. This Lady of Sorrows alleges she can establish a dialogue with its computers.
Lady of Sorrows? Good luck with her.
I take it she's trouble.
She's an information broker. Acts as her own enforcer. Never apprehended. So yes, trouble. She operates in Zakul's Old World district. I know it better than anyone. I'll escort you.
I have a feeling we'll find things to talk about on the way.
One or two.
It's worth a try, this Lady of Sorrows. But I'd like a word before you leave.
Who thought the Lady of Sorrows would be the key to figuring you out? Destiny calls.
Now that the truth is out about Valkorion, there's a shortage of trust. I need you to find it within yourself to try. Not an easy task. Koth believes in Valkorion. Senya withheld vital information. Neither one trusts the other. That's why you must act as an example.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. May the Force serve you well out there.
getting access to the hangar controls. Some kind of power outage. Odd fluctuations. Relays are gunked up or something. They have to clean out the junctions.
Your funeral. You called?
Alright, well, for some reason it's not letting me do anything with the fuses. So let's try this.
Good to go. What was it?
An infestation. If they'd grown any bigger, we'd have more to worry about than spotty power. We should check the rest of the ship.
Courtesy. I will take it upon myself to eradicate these hostile stowaways, masters. Once I have gathered additional munitions, I will scour the ship from top to bottom.
Whoa, easy! We can have you blasting through the hull left and right.
Appeasement. I can employ knives and blunt force instruments instead. Would that make you feel safer?
Not really.
Next time, you're on cleanup detail.
Takes care of all of that. We'll take the shuttle down to Sakulin, and that will be where we conclude for today, and then we'll resume with the Lady of Sorrows in our next installment.
A love the hand of tithe could not deny.
We're headed back into the heart of Arkan's empire, and you're singing.
What better time? Anyway, where we're going, no one will be looking for criminals. Most of the people there are criminals. which of course presents its own dangers. Even so, I do enjoy visiting the old world. It's a piece of Zakul history. Valkorian's first attempt at creating a grand society.
A failed attempt.
Only in scale. To him, it wasn't nearly grand enough.
I want to know more about your relationship with Valkorian.
The story really isn't as outlandish as whatever you're imagining. We met after I earned a place in his elite guard. I never hesitated to speak my mind, which caught his attention, I suppose. He was fascinating, bold, always completely certain of his next step.
Well, the way you describe him, I can't blame you for taking an interest.
You also have to understand his place in our culture, our psychology, our entire conception of ourselves. He guided Zakul's prosperity for generations, centuries. What we had wasn't a child's notion of romance, but we were happy. Then Arkin and his brother Thexan were born. I loved them so much. But no matter what I did, they wanted nothing to do with me. And Valkorian wanted nothing to do with them. His mind was somewhere else. He barely spoke, barely acknowledged any of us for weeks at a time. And then, Vaylin. Vaylin was troubled from the start.
Was she really dangerous even as a child?
She made furniture move while she was still in the womb. Tore droids apart as a toddler. Once a guard dropped a ball she tossed. Vaylin crippled him. I confronted Valkorian. His daughter needed help. His sons needed him. His solution was to cage Vaylin's mind. Most of her power was locked away, along with most of who she was. He ignored the rest of us outright. I couldn't stand by and watch. I gathered the children. I tried to tell them we needed to go. They laughed and called me weak. Even as children, even with Vaylin's power restrained, the three of them together were still far more powerful than me. I couldn't force them to go. So, I left.
I can't imagine how hard that must have been for you.
Better than being trapped there. Helpless. I transferred to the Knights Enforcement Division and took assignments at the outer fringes of our empire. Valkorian never spoke another word to me. Since then, I've only seen my children in broadcasts of public events, like Thexan's funeral, killed in the core worlds. I doubt they even remember me.
They most definitely remember.
Hello, little one.
T7, what do you have for us?
The Lady of Sorrows is wanted for murder and theft of state secrets, among other charges. The Knights have hunted her for years. No one's come close.
I'm sure the three of us will manage if we work together.
You may not believe this, but it's rare for someone to escape a Knight's justice.
And when that someone is the Knight's own child?
We'll find out, won't we? Could I... Is it possible for me to talk to him? To Valkorian?
I don't think it works that way, exactly.
Lots of things live down here. Few of them friendly. We should be careful.
Alright, and that is where we are going to conclude for today. Thank you for joining me for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure that you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. It greatly helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. Don't forget to join us over on twitch.tv/Gremory Channel 2 for additional content. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.